They are in. We've got new numbers for all of the first-party titles at Xbox. Really interesting. So I thought we'd go over them here real quick today. Take a look at him. Clobrill over on Twitter. Go give him a follow. He puts together graphics all the time. That's what he's known for. And he put together a graphic based on these new numbers. And they're pretty impressive. Now, when we say first-party studios, we now are including, obviously, Activision Blizzard games in that, like Overwatch, obviously Starfield, stuff like that. So the new official numbers are for Starfield, Overwatch, Grounded, Flight Simulator, Forza 5, Sea of Thieves, and Fallout. Let's click on the graphic here so we can take a look at it there. Starfield is more than 14 million players. Overwatch is at 100+ million now. That's it's kind of unfair to it. It's not unfair to include this. You should include it. It is now a first party studio, but this has all happened. I mean, Overwatch is a huge IP. So this didn't happen, it's not born and bred here on Xbox. Rather, Xbox is inheriting it because of the purchase. Grounded is at 20+ million. I think that is impressive, actually. The fact that Grounded has had more players than Starfield at this point is really big. Starfield, in my mind, though, is long-term going to be one of the biggest games for Xbox. Think about this. You might be saying to yourself, wait a minute. No, that can't be. No way. No. It was built from the ground up for mods and modding. And I have jumped in. They're already available and used them, and it's pretty impressive. No other Bethesda game was built from the ground up with that in mind. Look at Skyrim and how successful Skyrim has been because of mods and the longevity there. And mods were like tacked on at the end of it. It wasn't built from the ground up. Now you might say to yourself, well, wait a minute, Skyrim was a league above Starfield as a foundational game. Absolutely, I think that's fair to say and correct. But I think when all is said and done, when you look at the expansions that are coming, when you look at how this game is going to be supported from the very beginning for mods, I think Starfield long-term is going to be one of the biggest games for Xbox. Mark my words. Save this video, guys. For those of you who want to prove me wrong, save this video. And you'll be proven wrong here. Let's give it 5 years, right? 5 years. So what is the date today? 2024. Let's say 2028. I'll give you 4 years. 2028. Let's see where it's at. Grounded Flight Simulator is 15+ million. State of Decay 2 is at 11 million. Forza Horizon 5 is at 40 million plus. I think we're going to see Forza Horizon possibly go multi-platform here. I just, when you look at those kind of numbers, it is basically a live service game. It is one of the best playground racers that is out there. The next closest one I would say is The Crew from Ubisoft, which actually did a pretty good job. But when you talk about levels, the Horizon series, the Forza Horizon series has just taken it to a whole new level. These are well-supported games. These have amazing DLC, amazing expansions. All of them do. And the fact that it's at 40 million on just Xbox, or on the Xbox platforms, rather, is incredibly impressive. Minecraft Dungeons at 25+ million. Don't really care about that anymore since that's no longer being real supported. Sea of Thieves is at 40 million. Now, what's interesting about this is I think Sea of Thieves was in the 20s, maybe high 30s million. So this is entirely due. You could see how popular it is on PlayStation 5. Now, on the PlayStation 5, it was still in the top 5 here for the last month. I think it came in like 3 in the US and 4 in Europe, or switch those numbers. I might have them flipped around there, but it's absolutely crushing it. And that 40 million plus is due to it now being available everywhere for everyone to play. Now, Sea of Thieves is not a game that is for everyone, but it is a unique experience. There's no other experience out there like it today. You might say Skull and Bones. Nope. Skull and Bones is a completely different style game. This is truly one of a kind, truly unique. And when you're in this sandbox pirate experience with your friends, it really is amazing, and it shines, and that's where it's at its best. So I think Sea of Thieves and Forza, I mean, they're two of the biggest numbers there outside of Overwatch, both with reason. Imagine what the Forza numbers would be if it went multi-platform. Do you think Forza Horizon 5 could go multi-platform? I think I really do think it could. I think there's a argument for it anyways for Microsoft to do that. Fallout 76 is at 20 plus, Elder Scrolls is at 24 plus, not too shabby, and Halo Infinite at 20, even though a lot of people like to hate on Halo Infinite. I think Halo Infinite, when you is a fantastic game. It didn't have the live service success that like a Fortnite does, and it didn't have the content there that they promised at the beginning, but it's really solid. It's a solid experience there. I wrote down some question here. Which Xbox franchise do you think deserves more recognition based on these players' numbers? I always will say, I said it up front, I think Starfield does and will over time with mods, but also I think Flight Simulator. I think Flight Simulator is a niche game. I think it's viewed as a niche game. You're either into it or you're not. Having said that, go try it out. If you've not tried it out, you think that, oh, it's not for me. It's incredibly engaging. It's incredibly addicting. There's just something about flying a plane that is so satisfying. But I think Starfield ultimately will be recognized in the long run and will become even more popular. I mean, look at Fallout. If we look at Fallout 76, which was an absolute disaster at launch, and where it's at today at 20 plus million, it's in the best place that it's ever been. You've got a Fallout series, which ginned up a lot more interest in the series, or in the game rather. That way, I think Starfield is one that could do at least as well as a Fallout 76, if not more. I think when all is said and done, we're going to see Starfield pass those 40 million plus numbers, and it's going to be due to modding. It's going to be due to the DLC that is coming out. It's going to be due to long-term support here with Starfield and how it continually evolves over time. That's what I think, though. I would love to know what you guys think, though. What do you think deserves more recognition based on these player numbers there? Second question I wrote down is, how do you feel about the omission of certain popular titles like Gears 5 in this graphic? So Gears has not been out for a while. I would imagine there's a threshold here. Where is Gears 5? It probably didn't reach that threshold. If the threshold looks like it's 11 million, I bet you Gears 5 is under that. I don't know that for a fact. I've not looked it up. Someone could correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. So I don't have a problem with it. I think these are probably the top player number games here that we're showing off that are Xbox first party studios. I think that's going to change with Gears, though. With Gears 6 being rumored, coming, and I think an opportunity here for them to knock it absolutely out of the park and really it kind of be one of those redemption type of games for Xbox that Halo was supposed to be, that I think Gears 6 could actually be. So very, very excited. And not rumors. It's not a rumor that it's coming. It's coming. And we know that it's a prequel. We've seen the trailer for it. And that, but I think Gears 6 is going to change that long term. I think the Gears series as a whole, I'd like to see a Master Chief Collection type of game for Gears. I would play it. I think putting them all into one package would be good as well for that. Last question I wrote down here. Do you believe the player numbers reflect the true quality and popularity of these games? Or are there other factors at play? No, I think these are pretty accurate for the most part. I think that you could see Overwatch absolutely crushes it. 100 million plus makes sense. Their 15 million makes sense. Grounded probably surprised me a little bit there. State of Decay 2 probably surprised me as well. I thought it would be a little bit more popular, but it did kind of get caught in no man's land where it released, and when it's a great series. Are zombies done in gaming? I don't think they're as popular as they once were. I think that you're going to need to do something different with a State of Decay 3. It'll be interesting to see where they go, or with the next State of Decay rather. It'll be interesting to see where they go with State of Decay from here. But so that one did surprise me. Forza Horizon and Sea of Thieves, though, it makes sense why those are. You can see why everyone is going after the games as a service, which is basically what Forza and Sea of Thieves are. Forza Horizon, rather, because if you have success, you have success. And players want their forever game. I say it all the time. I'm always looking for my forever game. What game can I just get lost in and play a little bit every day, a little bit every week, a little bit over time to constantly progress and have a deeper connection in this world long term? And games as a service do that. A Forza Horizon does that. A Sea of Thieves does that really well. A Fallout 76 and Elder Scrolls, those classic MMO titles do that really well as well. So really interesting. Like these numbers. Again, go give Clobril a follow over on Twitter. He does fantastic graphs like this every day. I would love to know what you guys think. What do you think of what I said about Starfield? What do you think about Forza Horizon 5? Do you think it could go multi-platform? It may be. I could definitely see the argument. If Sea of Thieves is, why not do Forza Horizon 5? Maybe Forza Horizon 5 is a big enough IP and a big enough draw to the Xbox. It really sets you apart. Maybe that's why you wouldn't. I don't know. Would love to know what you guys think in the comments. If you like this video, if you like Xbox news and opinions, gaming news and opinions, this is the channel for you. Make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. My name is X1 the Gamer, and we'll see you guys next time.